Look at this crazy file. It's humongously big. It's kind of crazy. Oh, I'm so hot. Okay. I think I'm gonna put them in here. This one doesn't have them. Oh yes it is. 98. So these are 98. 36. 25. 21. Nope. This is 65. Start over. We have 98, 36, 61, 65. $93, 117, 'Now these were all made by me, handcrafted, with resin. 71. Now if you want more resin, this is the only stock of resin I have, but if you want me to make more resin, then you have to buy. So if it doesn't sell, then there's no point of making more resin. These are kitty earrings. That's 76, 71, and 108. This one doesn't have a number, but it's a problem. No number. Ones that have no number going to go over here. 41. No number. 108. I think I lost my count after a while. 27. This was like made around spooky season. 45. 49. 64. 74. 78. 81. 69. 29, which I love. It's a moon and a star. 51. Cute little stars. 127. I'm keeping that over there because I think that's the longest number. This one's blank. How ironically funny. This one's blank too. Okay, I numbered most of these, so I'm not sure how that happened. 56. 42, one of my favorites. 126. 84. 54. 48. 44. 31. Now the numbers are to help me, So like you can tell me, I want 33, then I'll know this is the one you want. So I'm not spending all day looking for the exact one you want. 108. 75. 83. Angel wings look like black. No number. No number. That's okay because we're going to renumber all of the rest. 125. The highest so far is 127. 87. 73. I took off my gloves because it was hard to maneuver all of these. 52. Nut number 103. Now these ones have just like a little summer vibe. 104. Again with the summer vibe, just round, cute little summer related earrings. No number 113. Backwards kitty cats on purpose. 118. We got some summer vibe. We kind of mismatch. Okay, 80 little stars with fruit, because these were like made during teaching season. So you know, for teachers or whoever likes fruit. Paris earrings. I did like a whole Halloween theme. $90, which are just these really pretty royal blue that matches like everything that I own. Okay, and this one doesn't have a number. Then you could send it here. Ooh, 43, kind of cute. They're kind of perfect for like spooky season. But if you like spooky season all season, that is fine. 40. 55. No number. 79. No number. 111 unicorns. 77. We have moons with little dots. I forget what the dots are. Just little dots. They're pink dots. 72 unicorns with fruit. Ooh, 129. That is the newest last one. 50. 127. Blank. 70. You are blank. So we 48. 44. 31. Now the numbers are to help me. So like you can tell me, I want 33, then I'll know this is the one you want. So I'm not spending all day looking for the exact one you want. 108. 75. 83. Angel wings look like black. No number. No number. That's okay, because we're going to renumber all of the rest. 125. The highest so far is 127. 87. 73. I took off my gloves because it was hard to maneuver all of these. 52. Nut number 103. Now these ones have just like a little summer vibe. 104. Again with the summer vibe, just round, cute little summer related earrings. No number 113. Backwards kitty cats on purpose. 118. We got some summer vibe. We kind of mismatch. Okay, 80 little stars with fruit, because these were like made during teaching season. So you know, for teachers or whoever likes fruit. Paris earrings. I did like a whole Halloween theme. $90, which are just these really pretty royal blue that matches like everything that I own. Okay, and this one doesn't have a number. Then you could send it here. Ooh, 43, kind of cute. They're kind of perfect for like spooky season. But if you like spooky season all season, that is fine. 40. 55. No number. 79. No number. 111 unicorns. 77. We have moons with little dots. I forget what the dots are. Just little dots. They're pink dots. 72 unicorns with fruit. Ooh, 129. That is the newest last one. 50. 127. Blank. 70. You are blank. Okay, so we have here a mystery bag with mystery products that you could buy from me. Now, we don't know what's in here. I decorate with cute little stickers. We have Transformers, cheese, pizza, Sleeping Beauty, I Heart Beauty Sleep, Ariel, Pocahontas, all cute little things. Now let's pack another order. So this person just ordered a hat. So with the hat, they get a teeny itty bitty bears, cute little sticker, a first time customer drawing, self-promotion cards, and a bookmark. Now we're gonna package it all in here. $114, $92, 91 little butterflies. 115. 60, kind of like just pure white. 128, big hoops. 94. 63. 67. If I'm saying that wrong, it's probably my decalculia. 120, cute little flowers, just summer vibe. Ooh, 37. They like blood moon. No number. 88. The numbers are really to help me, so when you're like, ooh, I want to buy an earring set, I'm like, okay, tell me the number you want. 28. And if they run out, then I'll make more if they're popular. 39. 112. Which happens to be unicorns. Which are cute. 182. With just a blue or silverish dot, it's hard to tell from this direction. More butterflies. 94. Blank. 122. 68. 128. This one, it's the only one that's black. Background wise. So what we have to do is number all the rest of my earrings so I know what you're all looking for. We're gonna be here forever. I'm not joking. Oh boy. Maybe I'll watch TV and totally do that because I don't know what I'm doing right now. Hang on. This person just ordered a painting that I did. Watch me dump all of these in here. So I'm gonna be mad at myself later for doing this. But I need to number them. Oh boy. You could check out my Patreon, try and watch me number these. And cry. Most likely cry. Okay, I'm gonna leave the 128 9 out so I know where I left off. And the rest will be numbered. Blank. I also have a lot of different kinds of earrings. I have these that are hand-drawn by me, and they're earring shapes, So they're little drawings that you can wear on your ears. There's kitties, a seahorse, skeleton, cat, so many more, a mouse. So cool. Then I have this one that I filled with all sorts of fake leather earrings. So there's hearts, circles, different shapes and sizes. It is so neat. Then I have these. I think I have more, but I have resin earrings as well, and it comes with a resin glasses, a resin flower, and a resin little thing. And then these fake leather ones as well, which are super cute. But not only do I have all of these earrings, oh, we're gonna go through all of them, I guess, if I can find all of them. These are all other types of earrings. I have to figure out where to put all these. But I also have these earrings as well. Got little, like, I want to say horseshoes, squares, unique. Little, like, stop sign shapes. These that I actually really like and might make more of. But it depends what sells. One more earring thing that I have. Oh, it's not one more, it's a couple more. Oh, we have so much more earrings. We have kitty cats. Aww. Oh. If you want exclusive earrings, become a member of my Patreon, and I will make exclusive earrings. I have exclusive earrings for them. They have the shiny look. They look like, I'm not 100% sure what to call it. These ones I can probably fix. Another Patreon. They're different sizes just to be fun. Link. this is going to take forever. It's hot though. Before we get started, let me just say, spoil alert. If you do not want the new Firestarter movie to be spoiled, do not watch this. Or listen to this podcast, because I'm going to be doing both a podcast and a video. So yes, do not pay attention to this whatsoever. If you do want to hear about this, you can continue watching. But there will be spoilers, my thoughts, feelings, different things. And yes, it's not like the OG or the book, but it is interesting. And I will talk about the book and the other two movies, along with any other movies I can find on this. So that will be the next thing I do. So yes, but I want to just talk about this specific movie, my thoughts and feelings, and some interesting things that I found about the movie. You may not find it interesting, but I do. Okay, we're gonna continue now. Today we're gonna talk about Firestarter 2022. I think it was made in 2022, or I just watched it. It's the newest Firestarter. So my thoughts are, it was amazing. It was more horror than the OG, which I also like. I love how her mom is alive in the movie, in the present day, where the others, she was only seen in flashbacks. I find Charlie's powers are really powerful in this one, and I'm wondering if she also has telekinesis and mind control. It is hard to say. Poor thing had to be on the run. Being a kid is hard enough. Charlie was dealing with bullies. I was confused with the mom being alive since she was only seen in flashbacks. I got so upset seeing poor Charlie see her mother dead. I was a kid who lost her mother. Now being a mom and seeing a child lose her loved one, I wanted to hug her. I was happy when her dad said, "Burn it all down." That's part of the movie. I love how her powers have grown in this movie. Yes, I hate she lost her parents, and when the cops came to the guy who helps them house, and she didn't use her powers like in the other two movies. So here's the thing that I found interesting about this version was, one, I could be mistaken, but I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm trying to say this is kind of cool. One of the people in the movie, I believe, might be Native American, and they use that because they believe, like, he believes that Charlie is the mother of all, the mother of everything, because she has, like, really big powers. And in this version, I think her and her father have, like, a telekinetic power, so they can hear each other's thoughts and she can find him. And I also think she might have telekinesis, which would make sense because her mother had telekinesis, her father had controlling of people, and she seemed to control a few people in the movie towards the end. So by the way, I'll do that. Anyway, he was like, I believe he was like Native American, and he has, he can read thoughts. They used him as the first guinea pig. And it's the original movie that I've seen with Drew Barrymore, which I still love. But there's like, this one's more like horror and scary. That one isn't as scary, maybe for the time period. But I love like that they use that, like his connection to things, and at the end he saves her. At the beginning he wanted to hurt her, and then at the end he saves her and helps her, and it was like part of like his faith. And I thought that was interesting to incorporate that, because I have new respect for Native American people that I did not until, like, I thought I was Native American. I'm still not really sure, but that's a different conversation. My point is, like, I read up on their faith and their beliefs, and it is interesting to see, like, them incorporate that into a movie. And this one is a little more scarier than the original, I feel, because they take her powers to, like, a real dark level. Like, she accidentally burns a kitty cat because it scared her, and then her father makes her literally light it on fire and kill it. And then when she realizes she has to rescue her dad, she literally learns to control her powers. At first, like, you see her getting bullied, you see her wanting, but then you see her using her powers, and you can see the progressiveness of her powers. Firestarter is a 2022 American science fiction thriller film. I loved it, by the way, in case you're all wondering. I love Firestarter. Directed by Keith Thomas, from a screenplay by Scott Thema. And if I'm saying any name wrong, I am sorry. I apologize. If you want to correct me, you can, but I can't pronounce things for the life of me. But if I have to spell everything, we're going to be here all day. Based on the novel of the same name by Stephen King, and is serving as a remake of the 1984 film adaptation. The film stars Zac Efron, Ryan Armstrong, Sidney, Kurtwood Smith, John Michael, Gloria, under their Blumhouse Productions and Weed Road Picture banners, representative alongside Border Light Pictures and Angry Adam Pictures. See, I think this production does like a little more thriller types, that they could take it to that level. Firestarter was released in the United States on May 13, 2022 by Universal Pictures Simulation Athletic and through streaming on Peacock. I bought the movie. I wanted to see it. The film received negative reviews from critics, with many deeming it to be inferior to the original 1984 film, and grossed $14 million worldwide against a $12 million budget. See, they're comparing this movie to the OG, which is not what you do. I've learned that when you compare like this specific like production agency with that one, it's not going to be the same. And I think they wanted to like tap into her powers more than tap into what the lot was, which if you want to see, I say give them both a view. The original is great, and this one is good. It's more scary. I realized like when I was watching Sabrina at first, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, I didn't like it. And then it grew on me, and I'm like, oh, this is just a like scarier version of the original. Just like the Winx Club, the Winx Saga is the remake. And I was like, okay, this is just a scarier kind of thriller, more action-packed version of it. So you have to take it what it is and not compare it. Because if you compare everything to the original, you're never going to get that same feeling, because you have like a special place for original. Like the new Wendy Adams thing. People are comparing it to the originals already, and even Christina, they're comparing those movies to it, and it's like, you can't do that, because once you do, then you never will enjoy that thing. I try to not, like, compare stuff, and I have to, like, I'm the type of person, and I'll admit this, when I start reading Pride and Prejudice, I hated it, still don't know if I can get through it. I have to get in the mindset of that time period, because right now I'm just like, why are women being forced to date other lovely people? Why don't they have their own jobs? Why can't they do this? Why can't they do that? And then I'm like, oh yeah, the time period, the thing that's different. It's a thing that happens. In a flashback, baby Charlie McGee, sits in her crib, spontaneously setting the room ablaze with her pyrokinesis, which, by the way, sounds so cool. If you learn how to use it and you don't, like, I think she would learn that power, like, maybe in her early 20s, maybe it would have been better, or maybe younger, I don't know. Like, it's like, is it better they get the power sooner or later, because then they learn to control it? They have to learn to control the power. No matter which Firestarter you're reading, you have to learn to control the power. And of course, Stephen King's movies and stuff are supposed to be scary, but they have to, make them not as scary for movies. Because let's just say, I've seen some of his stuff, and yeah, his books are way more creepy than the actual like movies that I've seen based on them. And sending her father Andy McGee into a panic. And another flashback, a young Annie and his girlfriend Veronica Thomason, talks to a doctor in a clinic trial who explains to them that they will be injected with experimental chemical during Lot 6, which secretly gives them supernatural powers. Andy gains telepathy. He can make people do what you want. Basically, all he has to do is, like, say, okay, this is now a $100 bill, even though it's a $1 bill. You will take me where I want to go. Like, all he has to, but then he gets like a nosebleed or his eyes bleed. In this version, his eyes bleed. In the other version, his nose bleeds. But like I said, I'm just stating what I know. And I will talk about all of them. Okay, and Vicky obtains telekinesis, which I think is a pretty cool superpower. But you know what I've noticed? People with the telepathic power, like telekinesis, telepathy, pyrokinetics, sometimes a lot of them have gained the rest of the abilities in that genre. Like, there's one TV show that I know that they're talking about doing it where they draw and it comes to life. Like Jean Grey, she had telekinesis and then could read people's minds, and then, like, some people gain other abilities when you have telekinesis. As a person with ADHD, doing more things than one at once would be amazing. Also, if you're wondering what the Lot 6 is, this movie will barely explain it. I'm sorry. That is just not part of this movie. If you really want to know what Lot 6 is, I would say read the book and probably watch the original. And if you've already done all of that, then watch this, because they don't explain it that well. They don't explain that Lot 6 is bad. Basically all you get. Like, if I had not seen the others, I would not know anything about Lot 6, which is the only downside. Now, if they could combine, like, the Lot 6 stuff with this movie and make it, like, one, and maybe add, like, the adult years from the very, like, second movie, then that's great, because that would be a whole, like, combination. I was hoping that's what they would do, but, you know, I think making it scary and then doing that will give it a big boom. like a extra, like, okay, here's what Lot 6 is and what happened. Here's what Charlie went through as like a child. Here's what happens in her adulthood. And how her powers have like changed and grown, and maybe she learned something, and But let's continue. In the present day, Charlie is sitting at the kitchen table after having a nightmare. Her parents join her, and Charlie explains that she has been repressing something bad. Her power is becoming more unstable. She causes a ruckus at her school after exploding a bathroom stall due to anger at being bullied. Yeah, that's a good thing she didn't. She was pretty good. She realized, ooh, I'm getting angry, this is not good. She went to the bathroom, closed the door, told the one person who went to check on her, which is kind of a good thing and a bad thing, to go, and she turned on all the water, and her powers kind of exploded just that one section instead of accidentally lighting a kid on fire. I think that was actually pretty smart for a child in elementary school. Like, that's pretty smart, so. Okay, Andy is shown using his powers, the push, to inflect a client to stop smoking, although the string causes his eyes to bleed, which is super interesting that his eyes bleed in this one. That's like a huge difference than in the original, where his nose bled. Like, if you're going to remake this again, add this scary factor from this, add the story background from the original, add a little bit of her adulthood, and then you would have an amazing movie. And if you want, use Drew Barrymore as the adult, if she's willing to do it. I mean, her hair was not blonde in this one. It was like my color, which I thought was interesting because, like, when I originally thought of Firestarter, I'm like, okay, her hair is blonde. But then I was like, yeah, maybe it's a good thing because they just associate redheads with fire. And then I'm like, yeah, but you're used to that now. Okay, meanwhile, in a secret facility, Captain Jane Hollister, leader of the DSI, is maintaining thermal statue caused by Charlie's outburst. She visits Dr. Joseph Wanless. His name is so hard to read. Creator of Lot 6, and the resulting superhuman was implores Hollister to terminate Charlie before her powers become uncontrollable. Hollister enlists fellow superhuman John Rainbird to assist her. Rainbird visits the McGee home, confronting Vicky, who attempts to counteract with her repressed telekinetic powers. Rainbird overpowers and kills her, holding Charlie. Okay, here's where it gets creepy, so log off if you don't want to hear creepy. I'm giving you a minute to go because this is where it gets disturbing. At knife point, as she and Andy enter the home, Charlie's powers overwhelm her, and she sends a confused burst of flames throughout the house. Andy and Charlie escape into their truck. Fun fact, he thought because he blindfolded her, she couldn't use her powers because no one else from Lot 6 could use their powers without seeing. He forgot, or didn't know, because she was born with the powers and didn't get infused with them, she knew how to literally use them without seeing, which I think is like a really fascinating fact that they made her powers even bigger. We are continuing. We're gonna be here all day. On the road, they encounter a man named Ivan. After using the push to convince him to take them to Boston, they hitch a ride with him, stopping off at his house. After Charlie accidentally stumbles upon his paralyzed wife, Ivan flies into a rage before considering that he occasionally overreacts. Ivan sits up all night watching a news report of the incident at the McGee home, which is being framed as murder by Andy. Ivan and Andy argue before Andy explains to Ivan that he was just trying to protect his daughter. Yeah, he didn't kill his wife. Not even a little bit. Okay. Charlie tells Ivan, after speaking telepathically, yes, with his wife, that she forgives him for the accident and that left her paralyzed, causing him to relent and attempt to protect Andy and Charlie when the police appeared due to his prior emergency call. Rainbird appears in the bushes, killing the policeman, and then shoots Ivan in the knee before black trucks roll in to pick up Charlie and Andy. Andy uses his push one last time to trick Rainbird so Charlie can escape to a forest. Charlie spends time hoarding her powers. I'm not really sure if that's the right... Yeah, that's what it says. Before stealing a bike and clothes to follow her father's telepathic message to her from his cell at DSI. Charlie finds DSI and takes an agent's pass card from him. He pleads for her not to kill him and tells her he doesn't have a gun. She kills him after he draws the gun to attack her. She follows a large staircase down to the restricted area where her father is being kept. She reaches her father's glass front cell from inside, which Captain Hollister tells her not to try and burn her, lest she burn her father in the process. Andy tells Charlie that Rainbird, not he, telepathically called for her. Seeing no other way out, he apologized to her and then mentally pushes her to burn the entire place down, starting with Hollister and himself. Charlie sets both on fire, mentally unlocks all the security doors, and walks through the facility, killing everyone. Rainbird is released when his holding cell is unlocked. Charlie is captured by a man in fire suits. Unable to harm them, the men are about to subdue her when Rainbird shoots them from behind. He shudders to Charlie and yields for her judgment. Charlie starts to kill him, but sees herself in the mirror and realizes that DSI is also controlling him. She spares him before finally burning the rest of the building down. Lastly, Charlie is seen walking onto a beach with Rainbird falling behind. Knowing that she is alone in the world, Charlie allows Rainbird to carry her, and they walk off together. I think the ending was sweet and cute and very honorable. Muscle going back down in my height because I can't tolerate being up that high without being really freaked out. Okay. And yes, my hair is like this for a reason. You could check out where I did it. I did it for a video, which you should know by now. So I'd say start with the original, maybe watch the second movie, the second Firestarter, then watch this, read the book, because there is each one is their own thing, and each have specific places. And yes, you might be going, oh, well, she's too nice. If I don't like a movie, I will tell you straight up. Like, it was horrible. I didn't like it. But here's what, like, I can give you, like, what some people might like and what I didn't like. In this movie, I feel like you just have to take in bits and pieces. And like I said, if they recreate it, they really need to take bits and pieces from each movie and combine them, and then you'll have, like, one really awesome movie. So, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed this. These are a review and my thoughts and feelings on Firestarter 2022 Remake. I liked it. Was it as good as the original? Was it scary? Yes. Was it more like, hey, his eyes are bleeding. Hey, she really did, like, kill people. They showed it. Yes. The original was a little bit, I don't know. It seems sweeter and a little less, like, this one was totally more of a thriller. Where the OG was like, I don't know, I didn't find it scary, but I found it, like, informative about, like, what Lot 6 was. And what, like, the big thing that I really did enjoy, Charlie didn't let them capture her or use her. Charlie was like, nope, that didn't happen. In the OG, they did capture her and she did what they said because they had her dad. But in this one, she was like, they might have had my dad, but I'm coming in with a plan, ready to fight. And doing what I have to do. And she did. She did what she had to do. And I thought that was definitely interesting. Okay, hope y'all had a great and wonderful time. I hope y'all enjoyed watching and hearing this. I'm posting it both on my Facebook and on my podcast for Movie Monday. Hope y'all had a great Monday.